Hello, we're back. I did I message people? Did I like put it out there that? Okay. Well, before we actually get started, I'm just gonna tweet out that the end's nigh, as it were. Hello. Hello, Dark and Secnet. Nice to see you both. Live again. Miles Judge live again. Same link. Hi, Else. Oh, we've got an actual party in here. Okay. Oh, here we go. Let's keep going. I got, 3.5 hours of sleep, and I had some breakfast. My right eye is still it's still sore for some reason. I don't know what that is. It's like, sometimes your eyes gets red, and my voice is much better, Dark. Yes. I slept okay. I slept really soundly. I had a little bit of a slow time getting out of bed. Originally, I was like, I'll just get up early and shower and everything, and then I was like, it takes too much time. I'm just gonna lie here for another half an hour. But I did manage to get up on time. My years in college trained me for this moment, so I could just be like, wake up and be like, I can sleep for another half hour, and then actually sleep for another half hour and not oversleep. All right. Let's get started. Let's see, how is my voice? La 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 la. It feels a lot better. It's still, I'm still feeling the effects for sure, but I should be able to go for whatever, 6, 7, 8 hours, whatever it is, just fine. Right, I'm gonna restart this timer and then resume. There we go. Now it's going. The one really disappointing thing about this stream is that the music isn't working. I have this lovely music that I've been listening to for the entire live stream, including the breaks. It's just been playing, and I thought it was going through to you all, and it was not, which is a little bit sad because I actually bought it. I paid money for it to put in the background because I really wanted the stream to feel really chill, and really nice. But I feel like at this point it's not really worth trying to troubleshoot, so. Yeah, compared to last night, it probably sounds much better. All right, here we go. Sparky Draws Stuff says, poor guy. Dragon Creeper says, I got destroyed in a different way than expected. 007 Variable says, you should try Happy Glass. I suspect you'd be pretty good at it. Don't remember this comment. Never. Please enter a name says, you recommendations are awesome if you are here because them. Vahid Tabrizi says, send me to best mode. Tucker Smith says, okay, YouTube, I watched it. Guy says, I saw this and got heavy nostalgia. This game takes me back to 2009 when I would play Fancy Pants Adventures, Stick RPG, and the Tetris Stickman game. Those were the days, smiley face. Knife Point King says, not the only one who's thinking people are overanalyzing this, right? Post-rock Mixers replied, no one is overanalyzing anything. Some people feel the post-rock, others don't, although it is a bit of an acquired thing. I started listening to the more elaborate side of post-rock at first. This kind of stuff was an instant clock away, but hey, Move On Tracks of Never Ending Light is one of my top 10 songs now. It's my number 1 song. What's in the chat? Do I regret this life decision? Nah, it's fine. It's chill. I think I was hoping it was gonna be, I was gonna get something special out of it, and I haven't really gotten anything special out of it, but it's been nice. And I think, I don't know. It's just been it's been an interesting experiment, you know. I'm answering Dark's question. Do you regret this life decision of yours, which Dark has been asking me all along, and I said to ask me once I was past 2/3. Seknit says, did this destroy you yet? Not yet. I am undestroyed so far. Though that one essay got me choked up a little bit. I thought I was going to cry. Where am I? Oh yeah, I was just going to read these. George Jensen says, the only thing killing me is the ads. So I replied, recommend ad block, can't get rid of the ads. They are put there by the record label via music copyright claim. I don't make any money off them. That copy pasta message that I have. Dan Cobb says, wow, GG. Creepy White Trash says, so many ads, profit, bitch. So I responded with my smock message about I can't get rid of the ads. And Creepy White Trash replied, wow, I had no idea. Sorry for accusing, but I didn't that's mental, mate. Besides, you should get something for being a platform that's playing their music. The thing with ad blockers, they don't always work, and I can't get my head around the fact that I have to pay not to see invasive ads. And I replied, the one I have is uBlock Origin, and it blocks YouTube ads 99.9% of the time. And yeah, it's a bit obnoxious, which is why I have a Patreon and stuff, haha. But I'm also doing perfectly okay financially at the moment, so lack of ad money shouldn't affect my ability to keep making Line Rider stuff, at least for the time being. Dracona says, 2 words for you, absolute masterpiece. Go here. Says, okay. Michael Fran says, very good upload OP. Most underrated indie game I know. So much fun. Played it a bunch at school in 2004. Line Rider was released in 2006. Too sad I'm not an artist nor patient. Lol. Dave Bionda says, wonderful video. Thank you. Falco Fury says, slowest credits I've ever seen in the history of credits. That's just silly. It's so you can read them. Eclipse says, this is the most unlikely form of brilliance I have ever seen. I love the lines conforming to the beat, the conflict and resolution, the music choice. I didn't even know what this was when I clicked on it. Thank you for this. I think I might have actually already read that one, but whatever. Really, my mind has not been regained. I've been losing ground all night. Eddie TBC says, damn, it's not possible to express how I felt and how I'm feeling after watching this. Great job. It's amazing. Mackin Deuterino says, wow, I just relived my childhood. Edward Stain says, this is what top-notch quality content is. Things driven with feeling, with the passion of creation. Things that could move and make a dent in people. Things that weren't created with the standard of time spent into it must equal rewards out of it. Good job, Sir Ben Harvey, and thank you. Widowmaker Edits says, took like 2 minutes to actually start. The Chroma Kid replies, I don't think you get it. It's about the texture and the slow pace and the subtleties. It's not exactly made to impress you per se. Even the most impressive line writer, high-octane, super fast track would not hold its own for this long. Widowmaker Edits replies, shut up. I never said it should have been faster. I was just fucking stupid that it didn't actually start until 2 minutes in. Those 2 minutes should have been cut out. Post-Rock Mixes replied, but it did start. The ambient is a primer. Chroma Kid replies, have some manners, asshole. I repeat, it's about texture. This whole album could be about 20 minutes shorter and get the same melodies across, yes. But it'd lose its soul. Ooh, I'm on pace for 26 hours. Well, that's exciting. That's much better than my direst estimates for how long this might take. Chief Rock of the One says, do you think the level was made first or the song was? And I replied, the music is an album released in 2008. This will destroy you self-titled album. I made the track to match it. San Leibman says, y'all are high on some good shit. Corn and C says, what's the name of this game? And I replied, Line Rider. Cameron says, rip to me. Flying Island says, I left at 1:18 in case you're looking for me. Casual says, how many attempts did it take to get the ride to line up to the music? And I replied, here's a video that may sort of answer your question. And I think it's the time lapse that I linked there. Mark says, I have no words to describe what I'm feeling right now. Zora says, I feel like I can use this to help me fall asleep. Travis Heck says, boring as fuck. Didn't make it past 4 minutes. Pig Hunter Gaming says, this randomly popped up in my recommendeds. Not disappointed. Good job, YouTube. You didn't fuck up for once. For real, though, this is an incredibly powerful piece. It has so many feelings, so much emotion. Minimalist, but that's all it really needs to be, in my opinion. I interpret this as life's journey. Calm and boring one moment, fast and energetic the next. A turbulent tornado that's oddly calming in the center eye. There's a certain rhythm to life. The music and line work captures really well in this. Life is a straight line, but with random twists, turns, obstacles, and bumps at every pass. And sometimes it's slow, and sometimes it's fast. And despite the randomness, there's a certain tempo to it all. These are the things I got from watching this. Life in its purest form, simple randomness, but with a distinct rhythm to it all. But in life for every living sentient being, there's always a climax, which I feel the ending captured really well. It was crazy, and fast up until a point where it wasn't, and the lines shrink and fade away. One life lived, one life finished. This was a good experience, to say the least. This was a well-deserved sub and like. You did a phenomenal job with this. Glad I found this channel. I replied, thank you for this fantastic comment. Oh, this one has a lot of replies. Thomas W. says, is he free or is he trapped? Edit. Thank you guys for the likes. This is the most I've ever gotten. Tyler Durden replies, yes. Teddy Bear replies, a question only you can answer. 2 cry laughing emojis. Chief Rock of the One replies, yes. Paul Shin replies, man, you've really got me thinking. This is why I want to study theoretical physics, to at least attempt to come to an answer. Samuel replies, he is both. VIF replies, I'm bringing this discussion to my philosophy class. Samuel replies, then you should ask who is he. VIF replies, perhaps a young Santa Claus? Uh, Samuel replies, he lives in a bi-dimensional world, though. VIF replies, well, what if Santa Claus was born in this world and mysteriously got here and we just have to figure out how? Samuel replies, what if he is a sentient frog who came from Chicago and had a dream of riding lines forever? VIF replied, why a frog? Thomas W. replied, it's symbolic of the human mind and the different emotions it experience, just a guess. Samuel replied, this is the thing, why not? Thomas W. replied, wait, you want to study theoretical physics for a philosophical question? Teddy Bear replied, what if this is how life is on a 2D scale? What if right now we are all riding lines to an unseen end, but because we live in a three-dimensional plane, it looks like we have options, and that we can make our own path. But if you actually think about it, we are all riding the same line. We all start, ride, and end the same way. But because this is 3D, it looks like we have options, but we all the same. A red line and a blue line is still a line at the end of the day. My life and your life is still a life, no matter how different you think it looks. So think about it. Bicklebop Jr. replies, yes. Hey, I was thinking, so like I got a whole bunch of donations like right at the start of the stream, and then I haven't gotten any since then. But I was wondering if I'd probably lower the goal because it unexpectedly went up really quickly and then unexpectedly like stopped. But I would probably lower the goal back to 100, but I was wondering if there was anything that would be like something I could do special when I get to the end of the stream if we hit the goal. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments, or rather in the chat. Don't actually comment, because if you're commenting, then I won't see it until after it's done. Let me know in the chat if you're watching live. Logan says, what is wrong with the comment section? Stefan Egley says, I don't get it. Are people really watching 55 minutes of this? I even played this as a kid, so don't say I'm missing the nostalgia connection. The Chroma Kid replies, well, it's more people are listening to the album for the first time, so it just makes sense to watch this while listening to it because it adds a little extra spice. Stefan Egley replies, so this was a new released album. That makes more sense. The Chroma Kid replies, well, I'm not sure when this came out relative to the album, but like myself, I'm guessing most people had not heard of the artist, so it was new to them. Post Rock Mixes replies, it's the music and not so much the game. I'm not reading all the comments again if I hit the goal. That is terrible. That is terrible. I hate this. No. I hate even imagining that. Mahita Productions says, the whole album sounds like it would belong in the next Life is Strange game. Ah, yeah, another Life is Strange reference. I have no idea how many we're on. Toast Likes to Draw says, this is life. Corey says, I used to play this game, so this game along with the music got me feeling nostalgic. Shanur Muhammad says, a metaphor for life. Blake Rosh says, the band playing the song is called This Will Destroy You. Hit them up. They don't get nearly enough credit for their music. Divides by Zero says, read the comments and thought I was missing some inside joke. However, this is mesmerizing. Why does this cause such a deep emotional response? Eternaut says, my girlfriend just broke me a few hours ago, and yes, this will destroy me. A Random Encounters says, I never thought I could get emotionally attached to this little line rider. This has literally put my growing depression to the side and has taught me to care for the smallest joys in life, because like emotions, they can build and create something truly grand. Thank you. Dark says a great way to celebrate the goal would be to release the project when it's ready. I'm already doing that. Read all the comments on Sele when I hit the goal. I don't even know how many comments there are on Sele. They're not nearly as interesting. There are a lot of people being like, whoa, 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 and that's about it. And then a lot of people who don't like the song. Yeah. And then a lot of people noticing that it has a Crash Bandicoot sample. That's about it. Let's see. How many comments are there? I might be able to. Oh! Oh no. Oh no. Wait, I can't set a goal if you literally just hit the goal. I guess I said I would. But I did not commit. I did not commit to the reading yet. I'm going to look really quick and see. How many comments does it have? Along with this take. Oh, it has less than 1,000. How long would that take? Let's look at this. Here's the scraper that I used. What do you mean bad gateway? What? All right, well the scraper I used doesn't work. Do I have to download this? I don't want to download this. Yeah, it's just down. All right. Well, let's do the math. All right, let's go back to the actual page that we were on. The scraper isn't working. If we do the math, it would take around an additional 3 to 5 hours to read about 1,000 comments. Yeah, there's 108 comments on their upload, but on my upload there's like 900. Now I'm gonna open my calculator here. So if 7,000 takes 26 hours, then 900. It would take about 3.5 hours. What if I make that, I'm going to make that the $200 goal. How about that? If we hit $200, then I will, so because I don't want to necessarily commit to it. I'm kind of hoping I don't have to. Because they're not as interesting, but so where are we? What's the goal at right now? It's at 100 out of 200. Why is it not showing up? It's not showing up. Wait. Goal date must be in future. Oh, okay. Oh no, why is it... Uh... It's all off the screen and stuff. Okay. Oh no, and it's all... Oh god. No. Okay, I gotta... No, end goal. Settings. Yeah, I gotta make this a standard view. A sentient frog from Chicago has joined the chat. What? I don't know what to make of this. This is utterly unprecedented. Okay, there's a problem with the... I have to make this larger. Ugh. See, but now it's not. I need to move all the stuff. Oh no, the chat is being overrun by newcomers with joke names. All right, I think that's good. Yeah, that works. It says 23 hours to go. It's actually like 8 hours, but I can't set it by hour for some reason. It's so obnoxious. Nah, whatever. That's why I like the other version, but... There. Actually, wait, no. There. What's happening in the chat? There's so much happening. People in alt accounts with joke names. I guess that's what's happening. All right. Oh, and I left the timer running. I should not have left the timer running for this whole time. That's okay. Cool. How does everyone feel about this? We hit $200. I'm going to read all the comments on Sele. Also, I didn't mention this, but Else donated $30 and said do it lower it to 100. Thank you. Thank you for your $30. I don't want to set a goal that we've already hit though. Yes, I will take a break. I will not be going straight from here all the way through and then all the way through the other ones. No, it's going to be the same stream. That's why I didn't want to make it. I didn't want to make it 100. If we get to it, like $200 sounds like that's significantly above what I thought was gonna happen on the stream. So if we do that, I will. I will actually do it all. I'll take a little break and then I'll do the rest. $29.99. No, I was also thinking about it and I was like, 100 is it's too easy to reach. It's too soon. It's too quick. But on the other hand, I don't know. If you've already donated, you don't need to donate again. You're good. What you need to do is I don't know, never mind. What you don't need to do anything. People who, haven't already donated, those are the people who can donate. If you have money, don't donate if you don't have money. I am okay. I'm not gonna. This is not how I'm paying my rent this month. This is stream. All right, let's read comments. Blake Roush says, oh wait, I already read that. Already read that. Kevin Da Silva says, this is actually just a visual album, I'd say. Spencer Vam says, 11 years in the making. And I replied, only a year and a half, haha, at an average of half an hour per day. KJ27 Wolf says, this is synesthesia in its purest form. And I replied, what a compliment. Thank you. Hoove Knight says, this song makes me think of Night in the Woods. I have not played it, but I've heard it's good. How many Manuel G asked in the chat, how many comments have you read till now? Yeah, about 5,000. 5,000 comments, about 2,000 to go. What? Keizo says, I still don't see how this was supposedly going to destroy me. It's a great video, yes, but I don't know. I mostly just liked how it was all on sync with the music. Post Rock Mixes replied, that's the band name. Fabled Dead says, the music is amazing and the visuals are cool, especially the ending. But yeah, I can't watch an hour of Line Rider, no matter how great the music is. Annual Starling says, the emotions and thoughts I had, as well as others and their own, just wow. Thank you. John Saltbury says, this is Pink Floyd's The Wall 2, and then says, Life Rider. Well, no, I would say 6 hours? Is that what we were looking at? No, 8 hours? No, 7 hours, something like that. Yeah, 7 hours. Nick B says, this is so dope. 3 scream emojis. How is that guy not in Hollywood doing actual movies? My 2 cents worth 1 says, I feel like you gave away the ending with the title. Tanner Knight says, once again, YouTube has drawn me into something I cannot turn away from. Do their algorithms know me better than I know myself? Who am I? Are you my dad? Ben Simon says, this was amazing and gave me some much needed perspective. Thank you so much. My throat feels so huge right now. God bless you guys. The Great Overlord says, I have a math test tomorrow and yet here I am. I have no regrets. Squirrel, the true one, says, how did the math test go? In reply. Great Overlord replied, exactly how you think it went, lol. Brennan replied, same man, feels good. The Arthur 2107 replies, histology worth. L says, at their current speed, they will finish at 26 hours, which makes it another 8 hours. Well, 7.5, right? So we're at 18.5 now. Emmanuel G, I'm glad you think my stream is underrated. Harrison Fackrell says, I came here for the intriguing premise, but now I am destroyed. Please send help. Austin Flack says, shit, all my ribs broke. I'm destroyed. I hope Austin is okay. Hanzo Main says, if I had $1 for every ad, I'd be rich. And I replied, my standard message about how I recommend ad block and I can't go to the ads and I don't make any money off them. Shinka says, everything will destroy me if I watch a video for 1 hour straight. LMAO. Joho222 says, fell asleep after 2 minutes. I love these comments because I'm like, you probably just needed to sleep, if you fall asleep after 2 minutes of watching a relatively uneventful YouTube video, you probably just needed to sleep. This person with characters in an alphabet I cannot pronounce, but also NYAR at the end, says, the emotion this displays is unreal. TM says, 3930, OCD, dizzy face emoji. And I replied, the flat lines are on the drum hits. Oh, I see. I'm talking about in part 6. Project FC says, this is now one of my favorite albums of all time. Thank for showing me it with this fucking incredible video. The dedication is incredible, and you are incredibly skilled. Keep it up. Nixon Music says, this is one of the most impressive videos I've ever witnessed. Mr. Ascendancy says, how to mend every fracture in the heart. JS says, this will destroy you. Psh, we'll see. Loads video, sees 9 ads. Skull emoji. And I respond that I recommend adblock, can't get rid of the ads, don't make any money off them. Here, I read that one. Let's move up here. Tomas Beckett says, I just lost almost an entire hour of my life, and I don't think I'll miss it. 43034 says, oh. Oh, okay. It's a Wave says, I love the music. Grell is Fabulous says, I, beautiful. Bath Time Sam says, I'm gonna go play some Line Rider. Hell yeah. 1 million subscribers with 3 videos says, I can't believe I'm typing this, but thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Because of you, I realized how lazy and careless I have been all my life. Now, I regret all the things I have missed in my life. I thought this was some boring, shitty video, but you really opened my eyes. Yes, I am destroyed by this video, and a new me is born from this day. I will be commenting on this video when I will become a man with at least a purpose in life. But all the time, I will be saying to you one word. Thank you. Wow. That's a comment. I am texting a loved one. Da, 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 da. Oh, Elsa's asking me in the chat if the video still has ads. Yes, it does, unfortunately. There's not much I can do about it. Because of music copyright claims. Nelvin FB6 says, don't get it. Jack Daniel says, this video should be called If You Could See Music. Eric C says, hashtag waste of time. It's super big because Markdown converts the hashtag into a header. Jake's Guides to Weirdness says, sorry I'm supposed to feel anything while watching this because I didn't. Or sorry, am I supposed to feel anything while watching this? Because I didn't. That one guy says, this is beautiful. Slime says, anyone else get hella tired from the music? Delete Gaming says, to be honest, I cried. And Theezy says, why am I crying? Jesse Masseling says, imagine being this little guy, moving through life with all of its obstacles. Each bump, each jump, you feel all of it, being eternally humbled and grateful for this amazing journey we call life. Feel the grand scheme of it all. Rees Asanul says, watch it in 2x speed, guys. You're welcome. No. Mike 9090 says, what's so art or cool about it? Just an hour of driving on some line. Joshua Crane says, I don't understand this at all. The Mad Spaniard says, from 5 minutes, I had to kill it. Some people don't understand volume control. Here's a clue. If it doesn't sound good quiet, then it won't sound better loud. And then replied, 538, literally, what the fuck am I listening to? It's called noise rock, but okay. Aaron Tongan says, that timing with the music is just perfect, man. Mr. Foxthroat says, it goes with the music. Not Hackor says, the only video I have liked in the last year. Wow. Revive Toxicity, what? says, I saw this years ago and I found it and still don't understand it. Lord Bujolg says, I absolutely love this music. And I replied, music is by the band, this will destroy you. Devoid says, $49.50 for ultimate satisfaction. Tom Balmer replied, best part by far, but I feel like you have to watch all, if not most of it, to understand why that part is what it is. Devoid replied, definitely agree with you, buddy. Evan Eliv says, 2120, how the hell did you make that? And I replied, it's frame-based, as in there are 40 frames per second on the physics engine, and I'm affecting those frames individually. Art Gabriel Hyper says, I watched the movie. Now I am destroyed. Big Venus says, I'm a little confused. Rip X says, I was getting some ODST vibes. I don't know what that is. He isn't like the other girls says, please do some with Arvo Part. Garrett M says, this guy is just along for the ride, just like all of us watching him. Pencil Note says, are you God? I replied, lol. Synchronized Cell says, kinda relaxing for it to line up with the music. Polarity says, my childhood. Leroy LaRue says, watch this in 2x speed. Sonic Ice 24 says, line. Joink says, 2011, amazing. Or, amazing. Amazing. sunglasses emoji, like distressed face emoji, heart eyes emoji. Lunaris says, the fuck is YouTube recommending me, lol? Shadow of Neo. Elle says, I'm watching the stream at 2 times speed. I'm already at 36 hours. Shadow of Neo says, can we please make a name for this kind of art? Been doing this kind of thing, this kind of gaming video for years now. Nobody seems to get what I'm doing. Musical synchronicities that I craft masterfully to produce a whole new kind of art. Music, control, acting, choreography, talent, timing, patience. It is a new art form. I don't really consider Line Rider to be a gaming video, but not to say that what this person's doing is not art or isn't valuable. Christian Misila says, this film restored me. I am always depressed. Nearly committed suicide. But after I finished this film, I realized how life was. I don't want it to end sooner. There are so many things I want to experience before I die. I replied, heart. Rage Mage D replied, this comment is obviously satirical. How do you know that? Niklas Clausen says, this is the final boss of YouTube. I replied, lol. Tear Panda says, life is a trip. We are all looking for meaning. All we can do is move forward. Trust we will keep on the path. Do not fear the end. The Crazy Mario says, I want to see the Trout Mask replica version of this. Kumaran Chetty says, has great plot design and surpasses the rating of Avengers Infinity War. Sarcasm. Big Mike says, The Line Rider, perfect timing. The movie, coming in theaters this summer. Dark Nube says, insane, deep, emotional. Matthias Ludwig says, my heartbeat synchronized with the film. Feels awesome. Thanks, man. Lolwhat says, all of this is highly understated, underrated. I love all of your work and dedication, everything. Thank you. This takes a lot. The hours, countless. Jesus. I'll stop now, lol. Unknown Height says, this is so relaxing and chill and satisfying. Dankplank says, when you go slaying off pissed. Jonathan Potter says, dislike because of you promoting ad block. It's 30 seconds of your time or 5 seconds and it supports YouTubers. And I replied, doesn't support me, lol. I make zilch off these ads because the music is copyright claimed. Plus, lots of creators' videos are getting demonetized these days. Plus, you can't even control what ads are shown on your videos. If you want to support creators, the best way is directly through something like Patreon. Adam Takax says, who watched the whole video? Wasim Sada says, with the amount of ads in this video, yeah, it will totally destroy me. It's a shame you didn't ask me to smash that subscribe button and to crush that bell button to get notified of every upload and to annihilate the like button. I replied, I highly recommend ad block. Sadly, can't get rid of the ads. They're put there by the record via music copyright claim. I don't make any money off them. As for the rest of the comments, I trust that people are smart, and if they really like my work, they can figure out how to show their appreciation and or see more of it. Wasim replied, I wasn't hating on you, man. I was just making a joke about YouTube and how they spam advertisements on long videos like these. Since I'm mostly on my mobile phone, I'm rather limited options on how to remove ads. I'm not just targeting you specifically when I'm saying destroy that like button. It's just a stereotype I notice when it comes to the content creators on YouTube. They always ask to like, subscribe, click the bell button, etc. So I thought to exaggerate in an attempt to sound funny. And then replied, so if you took offense, I'm sorry. It was all just a lame joke I made. And then I replied, hey, no worries. It can be hard to tell what tone someone's trying to strike in a YouTube comments. Heh. For the record, I have AdBlock as a Safari add on my iPhone, and then I only use Safari to watch YouTube videos. I hate ads that much, lol. Wasim replies, yeah, I see where you're coming from. It can be rather difficult sometimes to tell whether or not someone is joking or being serious. In the phone situation, I'm using an Android phone, Sony Xperia XZ1, plus I'm using the YouTube app to watch my videos, but that is rather cool how you're able to use AdBlock on your phone. If only if Safari worked with me, though. Lol. I don't know if there's an AdBlock possibility for Androids. Rubber Brick Distarge says, this is beautiful. It helped me actually see the music on this album. Is there any way to get this on a DVD so I can play it on a continuous loop on my TV? Raymo123 says, music is beautiful. Reminds me of being at church camp during worship. The praise band played similar songs, and the pastor asked if anyone would like to come up to the altar and confess their sins and accept Jesus into their lives. I, of course, was too scared and nervous that the other kids would see me and think I was weird or something, so I didn't go up there. But later, after the service and after everyone was leaving the worship hall and we were on our way to eat dinner and play Foursquare and basketball and whatnot for recreation time, I went up to my favorite cabin leader and started to ask him about God, and then he told me his whole life story about how when he was a teenager, he would always party and stuff and would get with the wrong people and started to do crazy things. And then he was depressed and broken, and he turned to God, and now he's a happy pastor with a wonderful family, and how God had made his life wonderful and whatnot. So then I asked him to pray for me, and I accepted Jesus into my life. It is very hard sometimes. I don't claim to be a good person. I do lots of crazy, dumb things and sometimes hang with the wrong crowd. But I can always run to Jesus, and I can always be loved by him, and he will accept me and my sinful ways. Thank you for creating/sharing this. It is beautiful. I replied, I'm atheist and super wary of organized religion, but I was raised in a Christian community that was very accepting and non-judgmental, and I think Jesus was a pretty cool dude who challenged the immoral status quo and frequently hung out with what society considered to be the worst people. I'm a big believer in Jesus' teachings that we should love each other and practice nonviolent resistance to injustice and corruption in all forms, including oppressive governments and letter of the law organized religion. Glad you enjoyed my video. Jaden Day says, as I'm laying here, I was just expecting a nostalgic video from a game from the past, but this masterpiece has brought me to tears as every second continues. Thank you for this, and thank you recommended section. Else in the chat says there are AdBlock browsers for Android. Ralph Justine Estrella says, I can swear to you that the little guy is blinking from time to time. Please tell me it isn't just me that saw that. And I replied, nope, you are correct. Shalila says, clicked, then I saw all the fucking mid-roll ads listed and went, hell no. I'll watch TV if I want to see 5 minutes worth of ads, thanks. I replied, recommend AdBlock, can't get rid of the ads, blah, blah, blah. This person with the username in an alphabet that I can't pronounce says, cool, thanks. SB Dunk says, R.I.P. Benny Harvey. That's the first instance of that meme that we've seen. Evan Doby says, has anyone else felt sad while watching and listening to this? Like if you have. Shadow of Neo says, everything seemed to be going downhill. Then we met 25 minutes. Pablo Alvarez says, me at the beginning of the video. This will destroy me? Ha, try me, bitch. Me at the ending. My heart, my soul. Sad face. Oh, wow. I Am Jason says, watching this with a hangover does not go well. The Everythinger says, no kidding, honestly, one of the best kinds of videos for me. P.S. How do you download? Is it okay on phone or what? Corypheus says, this is what it's like to have anxiety. I can relate. Atinan says this message, which I cannot even attempt to read. Text exceeds the character limit. All right, we'll have to do it in sections. We sail through life. We explore new things. We are amazed at how complicated the course of life is. We draw conclusions. We do not cease to be surprised. But damn it, it's that simple. If we have done anything, we cannot turn back the clock. Maybe our life is already destined by someone before us. Maybe someone has already walked this winding path, walked around, tried all the possible options, and drew the path that we are following. Each person has one life and one road. All people are born for the first time. Each person is living for the last time. And these paths, which are the lives of people, intersect, go parallel, break off. Damn, it all so simple. And then the second half of the comment, hopefully this fits in the character limit. Nope, I'll have to put in thirds. Do this part next. I watched all the videos and did not regret it. Until now, surprise has been breaking through to me. Everything that was drawn in a simple game, where there are only lines and a boy on his inseparable sleigh, has incredible meaning and a hidden message. Sometimes we experience serious setbacks. Something incredibly complex happens for us, and now we move at spiraling speeds. We are hit by obstacles, and we are carried into the unknown. We are in desperate despair. Nerves twitch like guitar strings. We are on the threshold of what we did not dare to, and now, under a tense situation, we are driving, and not having time to pick up speed, we stumble again and again. The last part of the comment. How good it is to feel calm. Now we calmly move along the smooth path, land gently, ride, not feeling the upcoming adversity. But how difficult it is to realize that this is the calm before the storm, and soon we will again be thrown and carried away into a foggy unknown. The person who created this track and the people who created music are real geniuses. Life is weightless, and realizing this at one moment, at another we are already in a difficult condition. Life is harder than a game, although it looks like it. Hey, 19 hours. Wambra says, I wrote this once, capital D colon. Lizzie is Weird says, we really out here watching an hour of Line Rider. Seriously though, this game was part of my childhood and I totally forgot about it until now. Michael Simpson says, I almost cried halfway through. Dubstep Illuminati says, it's just a damn person writing lines. The fuck is everyone so damn emotional about this shit, y'all? Fucking sensitive as fuck. Any damn thing is inspiration to y'all dumbasses. Cameron Ridley said, why did this make me want to cry? Kay says, so lonely. Why People Why Too says, H. Taylor G says, 4:15. This is slow. Skips a few seconds. Shit, now I gotta rewind. Karel Bartos, what is your point in this? Flatline mouth emoji. Tao Renga says, Saddy Wheels. You get a type of Happy Wheels, but sad. Ballsy says, I watched the full movie. I think I'm blessed now. Thank you. Magnus Mathiesen replied, you are indeed blessed, but if you don't feel it, but if you don't feel like it right now, bless you. Heart. Belsey also says, 1828, fuck, I thought he'll never come out of it. Pa. Mr. Canister says, the ride of a lifetime. And also says, so much went into making this. Oh my god, so beautiful what people can do with someone creation. Stephen Leathers says, dude, this fucking made me cry. Better than most Hollywood movies these days. Tiny Roger says, anyone else think this is boring as hell? And replied, also the line work is horrible. Very repetitive path. You can't make a straight line to save your life in the later part when the music is climaxing. Need some serious work. It's about the movement. Seknet is halfway through the ×2 speed video. You have to tell me how it's different. Is it better? I'm gonna die a little inside if it's better at ×2 speed. Skirox says, someone should really do a line writer track that goes along with Interstellar's No Time for Caution song. Digrim says, I think I've been reborn. Philip Lopez says, every time I watch this, I want to skip to my favorite parts, but I can't. Lane Green Bean Machine says, these ads will destroy you. And apparently I didn't respond to that one. Weird. Jesus Urbina says, my brain was turned off. Ritz Garcia says, is ready to be destroyed. Has been destroyed. Eat Sleep Drive 2002 says, this game needs to be a controlled substance. Seknet is telling me that at 2x speed, it is maybe slightly worse. I'm really hoping for slightly worse, because that... Anyway. Toao Kortsuki says, oh, I don't know where to start. I don't even know what to say. I can't describe it in words, but this was just everything. Beautiful, teaching, strangely enough, unexpected, and just amazing. Like the others in the comments, I really appreciate this piece of art, and I want to say thank you. Thank you for taking your time to do this. If I had the chance to give you a little peck on the cheek, I would do it. And then the, like, I don't know what to call that other than the me gusta face, and then a happy face with the tear. And then I replied, slightly creepy, but thank you for the lovely comment. Speaker Seeker says, this was beautiful and a great use of my time. Heart, heart. Shores says, this should be officially recognized by someone, this should be officially recognized by someone, like the Guinness Book or something. Adrian Gonzalez says, has anyone played this 2x speed? Yes, way too many people. Tool says, yeah, this is the version where you could edit your maps. That means this wasn't done in one go. It means it was put together in like an hour tops. Only thing destroyed me were my hopes of something fun. I replied, yes, you can pause and scrub and edit the lines in the build I used, but one, there's been an erase tool in line writer since 2006, and two, where on earth did you get the idea that would allow you to make an hour-long track in 1 hour? I logged hours while making this, and it took 272 hours. It's so funny because I get comments from people who are like, holy shit, this must have taken you 10 years. And then other people are like, yeah, there's no way this took you more than a few hours. And I'm like, no one has any conception of like how long things take, apparently. What's happening in the chat? Simon says in the chat, I wonder how many of these have played Line Rider back in the day. And a lot of them, judging by the comments. But also, yes, we have entered the mostly happy era of comments, which is basically just going to be here to the end. St. Joey McGee says, clicks on video. Yeah, I'll probably just watch a minute or two for the memes. 20 minutes later, dear Lord, I'm having a religious experience. The Modern Omega replies, same XD, same though. Wild Gaming replies, need this on a shirt, lol. El Auditor replies, imagine being on shrooms. M. Landrum replies, welcome to post-rock, heart. Crimson Chief replies, not even that far in the video yet, and I feel the same, XD. Sour Guy replies, of course it's the video I watch right before I go to bed, thinking I wasn't going to get too enveloped because of the time. Dana Catherine Scully replies, I am rethinking me life. Johan Yari says, I watched the entire thing and I still don't get it. Can someone care to explain why or how did this make you feel emotional? Alexa Rocks 99 says, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm totally destroyed. Magdat says, Hakuna Matata. Martin Varela says, is this loss? That's the second joke. That's the second time someone's made that joke in these comments. Get in Uknikstan says, I instantly knew that the music is on Bandcamp. Alex McCann says, try ×2 playback speed. David Zeidler says, for some reason I feel very uncomfortable watching this, cannot tell why. And then also says, and then you see some idiot squishing slime for 6 minutes and get more views. Gwillian Psychoman Pro Gamer 117 says, I guess I'll never understand postmodernists, how they can find meaning in 2 bits of driftwood tied with a shoelace and even call it art. And yes, I've actually seen that in an art exhibition. Or in this case, find emotion in watching a bloke bounce around to some generic post-rock. It's impressive, I admit, that someone put time and effort into this, but that's all. Physical Zeppelin says, I don't get it. Just an impressively built map with relaxing/depressing music in the back. Nothing artistic about this, in my opinion. Michael Brinker says, this is why I love YouTube. Sometimes you just come across gems like this. Yellow 13 says, I feel Ben Shapiro'd, and I replied, sounds horrifying. Aminona says, boring as fuck, but still incredible. This is like 2 kinds of comments, and this one is both. All right. Junk Saint says, it's stupid. It's stupid why it's good. It's stupid how it's good, and it's stupid how good it is. That one too. Recruity Boy says, it's so in sync. 4 heart eyes emojis. Zomboy says, this can't be real. The writer is flying through lines that he later wrote. One of the mechanics is that you can either touch a line or you can't. I replied, it's not fake. You can take a look at the track file and line writer here if you like. With the link. I'm guessing what you're seeing is a glitch I utilize where if Bosch is going fast enough, you can warp through lines without the physics engine registering a collision. What is going on in the chat? Yeah, else made some sort of satirical comment in the chat a long time ago near the start of the stream. This is boring, 10 out of 10, which that's the category these comments fall into. Multi-Waves official music says, the YouTube algorithm beat me. Nilo Dale says, every time he hits his head, my heart hurts. Edit. My heart was completely destroyed. You won. It's my loss. Kozirizu says, Ben, I'ma file a lawsuit against you because you broke me to pieces with this masterpiece. I hope no one's actually going to file a lawsuit against me. I don't like that. Glorp Glorp says, I'm nearly speechless. I mean, wow, man, it's so beautiful for being such a seemingly simple thing. I love it. Miriam Abud says, I fell asleep watching this. It's so nice and satisfying. Dr. Hui says, this music reminds me a lot of No Man's Sky's soundtrack. I replied, similar bands. This Will Destroy You is this band. No Man's Sky soundtrack was by 65 Days of Static. Ameya Pawar says, after 5:35, he went Ultra Instinct. Papyrus the Skeleton, nice, says, the start of the second one was teasing me too much. OMG. That might be the first Undertale reference, which, considering this is comments on a YouTube video, that's striking. That's the first one. Bye, Simon. Simon's leaving the chat. Michael Knapp says, why the fuck did YouTube recommend me this? Watch his video. Cries. Shakzad Saidov says, this is beautiful. Sensei Joki says, I don't know if you'll see this, but Ben, the world truly needs more people like you. And I replied, I read all my comments. Smiley face. And then Sensei Joki says, farther proof to my statement, heart. This is even more true now. I'm reading them all out loud on a live stream. Robbie Alfianto says, how long you make this beautiful art? And I replied, check 5330. Rahul Sangal says, why did you make this? And I replied, love the album, love Line Rider, and was really tired of what people were focusing on making Line Rider at the time and wanted to make something totally out of the box. Rahul Sangal replied, it's really cool. Zevalish says, oh god, this gave me different emotions even though it's just lines. The beauty of it is that it was so simple, yet it brings out so much meaning. Outstanding. Jim Bill says, fucking incredible. Cross US says, bruh, it's synced to the music. This is insane. Buried Light says, I love This Will Destroy You, and when I first found this video, I was truly amazed. Keep coming back. I've watched this several times. Thanks for making this. Smiley face. Andrew Daniel says, anyone else notice how the music were matching with the lines? Yes. GZA036 says, psychotic. What? Is that a compliment? Dripsboy319 says, whoever thought of this was on acid, I swear. And I replied, I've never even smoked pot, lol. Dripsboy replied, that's quite amazing, lol. Shadow of Neo says, about to do another one like this, but with Gris. See you in the abyss. By the way, we're in 8 months. We're in comments that say 8 months ago. Oh, okay, I'm going to read these, and then I have to go use the bathroom. I have a small penis because says, I don't understand. I have a small penis because I don't understand. That's how I want to read that. Which doesn't... I'm sorry. Okay, Zorgot says, damn, I imagine someone who has been depressed their whole life and was alone for the ride. They didn't have anyone there for them. They had to deal with everything by themselves, especially their internal thoughts. They just kept writing because they didn't know what else to do. They've been promised time and time again that it'll get better, but it's always been the same for them. Nothing has changed. They're still in this black and white ride with no color to it. They don't understand why they're still writing it. They know it's always going to be the same. They came to this realization that it'll always be the same, that there is no ending that's worth all of this, that they'll always be alone. It became too much for them to handle. Their mind starts racing. Nobody would care. Nobody understood his lonely ride. Nobody gives a damn about him. Nothing will change. There is no happiness. There is no purpose to this. There is no end to this torture. Their heart starts racing. What if I just let go? Let go and end this ride. It wouldn't change anything for anyone. Nobody would care. Nobody would notice. I can end this endless torture right now, and all will be finally well. And so they did. That's heavy. But also, yeah. Yes, I can says, anyone else feel like this hurt you emotionally? Simon Frelick says, first 45 seconds I was just skipping through, expecting maybe some characters or something interesting to happen. When all that happened was what I thought would be a regular line put to music, I started checking the comments to see if this was a joke. Someone said it got interesting around part 3, so I skipped to about 3/4 of the way. Something about this just drew me right in. My grandma was my best friend for as long as I can remember. Every day when I was a kid, she would take me to lunch while my parents would be working. No one else in my family was I as close to as her. When I was about 10, she got esophageal cancer and was never the same. For a solid 3 years, she fought for her life, getting thinner every week, until finally she succumbed to the illness and died at the age of 67. I was 13 at the time. The last memory I have of her being healthy was around the time I would play this game at her house. I don't think there was a thing in this world that could have brought upon these kinds of emotions to me like this video just did. I'm in second year uni now and fully grown. I know she and I would want nothing more than just to see each other again as adults. Safe to say, this video is a masterpiece and had me bawl like nothing else of any art form ever has. I replied, I'm glad this video had such an impact. Thank you for the lovely comment. Secnet says, check 5330 for everything. Not everything, just the amount of time it took me to make it. L says, that's not relevant. Manuel G says, damn, geez, that's some long comments right here. These are not the longest comments. I had comments that would fill up more than this entire window. All right, I was going to use the bathroom. I'll read these. Karkandozen says, this is amazing. BPSS says, the lines literally represent my heartbeats when playing Fortnite, lol. Brandon Cavazo says, not gonna lie, I was 0.05 seconds away from clicking off when suddenly things started happening. Junk Saint says, dude, no lie, used to shit out better lines than this back in my day. Get wrecked. Oh, wow, we got a badass over here. Tom Blokeland says, but how? Behold the Singularity Engine says, first song in and I'm pretty mesmerized already. Robert Mossbrucker says, post-rock is my guided meditation. Mazuni says, for from now on, every hair salon I walk past, I shall see but music on the floor. What? Yes, I can says, no words for what I just understood and saw. Thank you for this experience. Menek Iridus says, meh. And on that note, I am going to remember to stop the timer. Go me. Thank you for reminding me, though. And then I am going to use the bathroom, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Wait, I need to set the timer to 5, not 5 hours. 5 minutes. And now if I do this, there we go.